Hey peeps, it's your girl Daxaniart and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be reviewing Disney Pixar's Luca, and in the background we have a fabulous fan art of myself drawn in the style of Luca, both as a human and a sea monster. So please enjoy my attempt at drawing a different style. By the way, later this video will have spoilers because I have some things to vent about, so I will give you the heads up when we get there. Okay, first of all, cheers to Pixar for letting us view their movies for free. But I mean, I'd rather give my $30 to their movies than the live action bullshit that we're getting, with the exception of Cruella since I really enjoyed that one. But if you have yet to listen to my review of Disney's live action Cruella, please go and check that out, give a like, and let me know your thoughts. When I first saw the trailer for Luca, I thought it was a claymation film at first, and I was really intrigued because we haven't really gotten any of those in a while, but I was kind of surprised that this is from Pixar. Like, kinda, but not really, because Pixar tends to experiment with different styles in their animation, but I was really digging this one a lot, being that it was more out of the box, I guess, for me, coming from Pixar. That's why I wanted to take a crack at the style anyways, as you see here. So just a little quick synopsis here. It's about a boy named Luca with this almost Little Mermaid plot. He's forbidden to go up to the surface because humans are terrible, which in fact is true for the most part. But of course he defies his parents and goes up to the surface anyway. And he meets another sea monster named Alberto who teaches him what he thinks he knows about humans and the human world. But Luca learns about the Vespa, which they see as a way to leave the ocean and explore the world. But they realize they have to pay for one, and so they enter a race. That is how they meet Julia. And then of course we have our villain, Ercole. Speaking of the villain, he's kind of more of a bully, if anything, who is just really snobby, and honestly I think this movie would have been fine without him. I didn't really see any purpose for his character other than being there to intimidate Julia, Luca, and Alberto. He was forgetful real quick. But as always, Pixar's animation is beautiful, but what really stood out for me were the details of them transforming from sea creature to human. That was the coolest thing ever. I'm talking about that close-up shot when they leave the water, just the details, like damn, the scales disappear and turn into human flesh. Like it was so well done. Marvelous. However, I think there was a missed opportunity, like when the characters would cry in their human form, but you didn't really see like a stream of like their scales show up, because you know they transform back into a sea creature when they get splashed with water. And I mean, like, tears, right? I don't know, I was kind of hoping I'd see that when they were crying, like, oh, it'd be so cool, but nothing. No, they were just like regular tears. But I think that was a missed opportunity. Let me know how you feel about that. And then of course we had the details and animation of the food. That pasta they were eating, like when they did that close-up shot, I was like, damn, that looks so good. You guys, I had to wipe the drool off my face because I was getting hungry and no other food was looking good or appetizing to me at the time. I was like, man, I wish I could fly to Italy right now because I want what they're having. For the most part, the characters were lovable. The story was beautifully and comically told. I mean, the scene that we get meeting Luca for the first time made me snort laugh, but also in a way, I wish we had a little bit more details about the ways of the sea creature, but at the same time, it's kind of given to us visually that he's some type of farmer in his world, and so are the rest of his kind. I've heard people say that they would have liked more of that before we see Luca venturing up to the surface, but I kind of think that the movie would have been kind of lengthy if we had that. But overall, yeah, this movie, I give it an 8 out of 10. Now on to the spoiler section of this video. I just want to vent or rant about certain scenes, just to express some emotion, you know, because I was really feeling a lot of that in this film. So here we go. As much as I enjoyed the film, there are moments when Luca's parents discovers he's gone and he has ran away to the surface, so they go and try to find him. But crazy thing is, they fear humans, yet they splash water on all of the children in public because they don't know which one is Luca, right? They don't know what his human form looks like. Why try to out your son's real identity out in the open in front of these humans they fear, right? It was a fun scene, don't get me wrong, but it just didn't make sense for the parents to do this. So that was kind of like my, I mean, I guess, I don't know if you want to call it nitpicking, sure, whatever. But to me, it just didn't make sense that the parents were like, don't go up to the surface, humans are bad. But then you want to like expose your son, right, into the public by splashing water and trying to figure out which one is Luca. Yeah, that just doesn't make sense. Then, of course, we have that scene that happens in just about every buddy movie, right? Where one gets mad at the other and then does something to betray the best friend, or they betray each other. Well, yeah, when that happened, I couldn't believe it, so listen, okay? Alberto gets jealous of Luca for spending so much more time with Julia, right? So while the three of them are together, Alberto decides, let me reveal to Julia what we really are, because he figures she wouldn't want to be friends with the sea monster, right? Alberto goes in the water and Julia sees his sea monster form, and I'm freaking the hell out like, yo, why would you do this to your bro? Why would you do this, you know? Like, because you're jealous? Get over yourself. That's messed up. And then you have, right, the bad guy in the movie, Hercule, show up with his two sidekicks looking for a sea monster to kill, right? And things turned out for the worst. I didn't see this coming, you guys. I just didn't see this, okay? So out of fear of Alberto outing Luca's real appearance to Julia, Luca had the audacity to break Alberto's heart and mind by pointing out and yelling, "Sea monster!" Luca, I know what the homie Alberto did was wrong, but what you did, my boy, was the lowest of the low, my dude. Like, people were throwing spears at Alberto, and when I say people, I mean Hercule and his two goons, right? They were throwing spears at him. I almost thought I was gonna see a kid die in this Pixar movie. My heart was so torn. I wasn't even worried about what Julia was thinking at this moment. I'm sitting here like, Luca, you backstabbing son of a biscuit. Like, are you dead ass? And yeah, like I said before, what Alberto did was wrong as well. They're both in the wrong, like I said, but I think what Luca did was just the lowest of the low. But luckily, she caught on and didn't care what they were. But I'm watching this like, cool, awesome. Now, Luca, get your ass to Alberto and apologize. Like, damn, I don't even know if you even deserve forgiveness at this point. But whatever, kids gotta realize they were wrong. And yep, you know, all is well, things are great, and Alberto even has a personal moment and opens up, saying how his father left him. I'm like, what? That's a whole plot on its own, and frankly, I would love to know more about that story, and maybe this movie should have been called Alberto. Just saying. But anyways, now I kind of want to dive into something here that I didn't know people were discussing, saying this was a gay film or that Luca and Alberto were in love. I agree, but I disagree. Like, this definitely was a friendship film, but here's the great thing though, this movie can be interpreted as such, and many people can relate to it in so many ways. And I can totally see how someone who is of the LGBTQ community can relate to this movie. It's kind of in your face. It's kind of obvious, like how if you put yourselves in someone else's shoes, you're most likely to see what they see. And that's what I do. I've heard people from the LGBTQ community say how they relate to this movie, and it makes sense. I can totally see why. Some people related to this in regards to their personality, their ethnicity, their queerness, etc. And I find that really beautiful. Like, people in the LGBTQ community related to Elsa's Let It Go, and that's awesome. That's one of the many great things about art. Anyone can interpret anything about a piece of art. Even if the intention by the creator wasn't going in that direction, it doesn't mean that others cannot relate to it at all. I really hope what I'm saying makes sense. If not, there's this YouTuber that I recently followed. His name is Readus, and he explains it best, and I highly recommend watching his video on Luca and subscribe to him if you guys like his content. I really enjoy his content, so that's just my suggestion. I'll link his channel down below in my description box, so please definitely go watch that. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, feel free to subscribe. If not, don't feel obligated to. It's just a suggestion. And once again, thank you all for listening. Thanks for watching, and I shall chat with you soon in the next video. Bye!